Hello everyone, I'm Anas Al-Ubaidi and this is session 18 or lecture 18 within chapter 20 of the Advanced Medical Science Liaison and Medical Monitor Certification course program by CCRPS. And the chapter is about the specialized monitoring techniques, while the topic for this session is about the monitoring of observational and registry trials. Introduction. Observational trials and registry-based studies are pivotal in gathering real-world evidence to enhance our understanding of diseases, their progression, and the efficacy of treatments in routine practice. Unlike intervention trials, these studies do not involve randomization or interventions but focus on observing outcomes in natural settings, often over long periods. Like the observational and registry-based studies or trials are non-interventional, meaning, and therefore, these studies do not involve randomization or interventions, but focus on observing the outcomes, often over long periods. Their value lies in examining large, diverse populations to detect rare events, monitor long-term trends, and evaluate treatment patterns or adherence outside controlled clinical environments. Key points. We'll start with the importance of monitoring observational and registry trials, ensuring data accuracy. As observational trials rely heavily on real-world data, often reported by patients or extracted from electronic health records. Monitoring ensures this information is captured accurately and consistently, as for example, cardiovascular disease registries require consistent data on mortality and hospitalizations to evaluate treatment effectiveness. Maintaining data integrity without randomization biases are more likely in observational studies. Monitoring helps identify and mitigate these risks, ensuring data validity. Example, diabetes registries often prioritize standardized measures like HbA1c levels to minimize reporting inaccuracies. And before proceeding, as here we have summarized diagram on ensuring data accuracy in trials as patient reporting, data extraction, and data monitoring. Continuing with the importance of monitoring observational and registry trials. So in addition to ensuring data accuracy and maintaining data integrity, you have supporting evidence-based decision making. As observational and registry data often inform public health policies, clinical guidelines, and regulatory decisions, accurate monitoring ensures that such data are credible and reliable. Example, long-term cancer registries provide insights into survival trends that impact treatment protocols globally. Protecting participant rights, as monitoring ensures that participants in registry studies are treated ethically, particularly when disclosing sensitive data. Regular oversight maintains compliance with privacy regulations like GDPR in EU and European Union, which is the General Data Protection Regulation, or HIPAA, which is in USA. The key takeaway here from the importance of monitoring these trials, proper monitoring builds the foundation for trust in observational findings, enabling them to guide policy and practice effectively. Then we have monitoring methodologies for observational and registry trials. Centralized monitoring. Centralized approaches use digital dashboards for remote oversight, allowing real-time data tracking. So the two keywords in centralized monitoring, as always, those two keywords apply, is the real-time data and the remote oversight. As remote monitoring or remote oversight or remote oversee, and the real-time data. This is cost-effective and reduces the need for on-site visits. Doesn't replace the central monitoring, but reduces the need for on-site visits. So we, as here, we can add, and this applies to also monitoring for any kind of trials, the central monitoring or centralized monitoring for all clinical trials, not only for observational and registry trials, as we can have total of key words of four as uh, real-time data, remote oversight, cost-effective, and the fourth key point would be, or the key word could be, would be the reduction of the need to on-site and physical trial visits or site visits. So again, centralized monitoring doesn't replace the on-site and physical visits, but reducing them, but reduces them. As for example here, for centralized monitoring, electronic health records EHRS enables centralized monitoring of medication adherence in cancer patient registries. Implementation tip: use algorithms to flag missing or inconsistent entries for immediate correction. Risk-based monitoring (RBM) focuses on high-priority data points such as adverse events or critical endpoints. This approach optimizes resource allocation while maintaining high data quality. Example: vaccine surveillance registries monitor rare but severe adverse events or adverse effects (AEs) with increased scrutiny. And prior to continuing, as here we have summarized diagram on centralized monitoring and trials, real-time data tracking, digital dashboards, and remote oversight. Continuing with the monitoring methodologies, as first we have the implementation tip for risk-based monitoring. Here, apply RBM risk-based monitoring to rare disease studies where specific risks demand closer oversight. Continuing with the methodologies and point-specific oversight. Targeted monitoring of primary and secondary endpoints ensures data accuracy and reliability in key areas. Example: tracking stroke recurrence in neurological registries ensures consistent endpoint reporting critical for risk prediction. Standardized quality assurance protocols (SOPs). The standard operating procedures (SOPs) unify data collection, storage, and cleaning practices across different registry sites, ensuring uniformity. For example, standardizing patient report outcome measures and rheumatoid arthritis RA registries avoids discrepancies between sites. Hybrid monitoring models combining remote and on-site monitoring provides direct data validation while leveraging the efficiency of digital tools. As for example, infectious disease registry trials use quarterly site visits to cross-verify serological data flagged during remote analysis. And the key takeaway here: leveraging advanced monitoring methodologies improves data quality and operational efficiency without inflating costs unnecessarily. Challenges: as for any implementation in clinical trials, there will be challenges. So challenges in monitoring observational and registry trials: lack of randomization. As we discussed in the introduction, and we reflected on that, as observational registry trials, they will not have randomization. So one of the challenges would be basically lack of randomization. So without randomization, observational trials are prone to bias, errors, and confounding variables. Solution for that is to use statistical modeling techniques like propensity score matching to reduce systematic errors. Propensity score. Example: correct biases in observational studies analyzing the cardiovascular impact of diabetes treatment. Large unstandardized data sets. So the data will be large data for observational registry trials, so large, unstandardized data sets. So registry studies often encounter variability in data collection formats, leading to inconsistencies. Solution or resolution for that is implementing standardized data coding systems such as ICD-10 for diagnoses and predefined lab result forms or formats. So here we have summarized diagram addressing bias in observational trials, as we have confounding variables, lack of randomization, bias, and statistical modeling techniques, all toward bias and confounding in observational trials. So continuing with the challenges, enrollment and compliance challenges, long-term studies often experience dropouts, reducing data completeness and reliability. So solution resolution for that is digital engagement tools like mobile apps helps participants consistently log systems and maintain involvement. Example, patient engagement apps in oncology enable seamless tracking of follow-up treatments over years, handling complex data streams. Registry studies integrate several data sources, including patient-reported outcomes, medical imaging, and clinical lab results, complicating monitoring. Solution resolution for that centralize all data using integrated databases with automated data cleaning protocols. Limited regulatory guidance. Without clear regulations, observational trials risk deviating from compliance standards. Solution resolution for that align study protocols with established clinical trial monitoring guidelines to ensure high standards are met. The key takeaway here: navigating these challenges successfully ensures the reliability of observational findings and prevents data quality issues. Advanced innovations in register trial monitoring. Real-time electronic data capture (EDC). Modern EDC systems centralize all registry data, enabling real-time validation and remote access for monitors. Example, leveraging EDC electronic data capture tools and diabetes registries for immediate oversight on glycemic control trends, on glycemic control trends. Blockchain technology, as we know this one, the audit trail system. Blockchain secures patient data and prevents unauthorized tampering, ensuring adherence to ethical standards. And here we have a diagram on the advanced innovations as data centralization, remote access, and real-time validation. As this is a summarized diagram on the components in real-time EDC and registry registry trial monitoring. Advanced innovations continuing automated analytics and predictive tools. Machine learning algorithms analyze registry data for trend detection, offering predictive insights into patient outcomes. Example, predicting hospitalization risks in cardiovascular disease trials using automated analytics tools. Wearables like smartwatches can provide continuous tracking of endpoints such as heart rate, physical activity, and sleep quality. Example, monitoring diabetes patients in real time to assess treatment adherence through glucose tracking wearables. The key takeaway here: emerging technologies are shaping the future of registry monitoring, making oversight more precise and efficient. Applications and case studies. As here we have case study 1, rare disease registry, challenge data inconsistency due to variable diagnostic criteria. Solution resolution for that: developing standardized definitions for uniform diagnostic reporting. Case study 2, diabetes observational study, challenge uneven quality of self-reported glucose levels. Solution for that: incorporating real-time digital glucose monitors to validate reports. Case study 3, vaccine surveillance study, challenge slow enrollment rates in rural areas. Solution resolution for that: engaging local healthcare providers to integrate enrollment into routine care visits. Case study 4, oncology registry, challenge high participant dropouts and follow-ups Solution resolution for that, strengthening participant commitment through targeted outreach programs like newsletters and telehealth. Case study 5, rheumatoid arthritis data integration, challenge for that, lack of standardized data entry across clinicals. Solution resolution for that, SOPs were introduced ensuring all patient pain scales were uniformly recorded. Application example, automated dashboards enabled 20% improvement in reporting accuracy for cardiovascular safety endpoints. By adapting advanced monitoring practices for observational and registry trials, physician medical monitors or medical monitors can ensure data validity, regulatory compliance, and meaningful contributions to patient care and public health. Effective strategies centered on technology, risk prioritization, and participant engagement play a vital role in overcoming challenges and optimizing real-world evidence generation. Summary tables, as upcoming tables, summarize what we have covered through this lecture. Key monitoring methodologies, methodology description, example, benefits, tools, methodology, centralized monitoring, risk-based monitoring, RBM, quality assurance, SOPs, endpoint, specific oversight, hybrid monitoring. Table on challenges and solutions, challenge impact, solution example result, challenges, lack of randomization, unstandardized data sets, compliance drop-off, data handling complexity, limited regulatory guidelines. Table on common registry-based endpoints, endpoint, field of study example, purpose, metric of access. Endpoints, we have glycemic control, pain outcome scales, cardiovascular metrics, infection recurrence rates, and therapy adherence. Here we have table on data integration techniques as we have integration tool, purpose, example, benefits, limitations. Integration tools, we have real-time dashboards, electronic health record, EHR integration, cloud-based databases, statistical modeling tools, wearable device integration. Here we have a table on case study summary, study type, challenge, solution, outcome, real-world application. As study types, we have rare disease registry trial, diabetes observational study, vaccine surveillance study, oncology registry trial, musculoskeletal pain trial. Application table. As here we have scenarios. For each scenario, key principle applied, key actions, timeline, what to watch out for. Scenarios, we have cardiovascular registry tracking long-term outcomes, diabetes observational study monitoring HbA1c levels, post-market vaccine safety surveillance registry, rare neurological disease registry enrollment, monitoring stroke recurrence in observational study, rare disease registry enhancing patient retention, rheumatoid arthritis registry with electronic health record integration, cancer registry aiming at survival trend analysis. And continuing with scenarios, we have vaccine observational study accelerating enrollment, and then infectious disease registries improving collaboration. Then we will be revising what we have covered through this lecture through some multiple choice questions or MCQs. Question 1. Why is monitoring observational registry trials important? A, to increase the speed of trial completion. B, to ensure data accuracy, integrity, and ethical compliance. C, to prioritize regulatory submissions over participant outcomes. Or D, to replace randomized clinical trials for decision making. So definitely it's B, as B is the answer, as the importance of monitoring observation and registry trials is to ensure data accuracy, integrity, and ethical compliance. So monitoring is essential to safeguard the credibility of data collected in observational and registry trials, to ensure that the real-world data accurately reflects outcomes, reduces bias, and adheres to high ethical standards, supporting evidence-based decisions. Question 2. What is a key advantage of centralized monitoring in registry trials? A, to reduces costs by eliminating patient follow-up. B, provides real-time oversight and early discrepancy detection. C, guarantees that only primary endpoints are monitored. Or D, ensures on-site data audits are unnecessary. So we have the centralized monitoring, and one of the keywords is real-time oversight. So B is the answer. Provides real-time oversight and early discrepancy detection. Centralized monitoring supports remote tracking of patient-reported and site-entered data, allowing monitors to quickly identify and address data inconsistencies, improving accuracy and efficiency in multi-site trials. Question 3. Which methodology addresses bias introduced by the lack of randomization in observational studies? A. Endpoint-specific oversight. B. Propensity score matching. C. Hybrid monitoring models. Or D. EHR data integration. As we remember this terminology, propensity score matching, we read this, we came across this in one of the applicable examples. So B is the answer. Propensity score matching, statistical adjustments like propensity score matching are used to mitigate confounding variables and bias, ensuring that data from non-randomized observational studies can still provide credible insights. So propensity score matching. Question 4. What is a common challenge when managing large unstandardized datasets in registry trials? A. Increased participant dropout rates. B. Difficulty in defining suitable endpoints for analysis. C. Managing inconsistent reporting formats across sites. Or D. Reducing protocol development time. So it is C. The inconsistencies is the problem. Discrepancies is the challenge. So C, as of managing inconsistent reporting formats across sites. So observational registry trials often collect heterogeneous data from various sites. Implementing standardized coding frameworks such as ICD-10 ensures consistency and facilitates efficient data analysis. Question 5. How can participant engagement be improved in long-term registry studies? A. By requiring frequent on-site visits for data collection. B. By using digital tools like mobile apps and telehealth integration. C. By eliminating follow-up data collection phases. Or D. By relying entirely on healthcare providers for updates. So definitely it's B, using digital tools. So by using digital tools like mobile apps and telehealth integration. So digital tools reduce the burden on participants by offering convenient ways to track and log their symptoms. Regular engagement through these tools also motivates participants to stay involved in long-term registry studies. And here we come to the end of this lecture. Thank you very much and goodbye.